is the Chrissie Swan Show.
Here we are, it's Friday. I'm thrilled to be here because we've got so much good news for you over the next 2 hours. Gary Janetti, internet sensation and writer on Will and Grace, all the best stuff that you've loved on Will and Grace and Family Guy. He's responsible for. We are going to be giving away a trip to Las Vegas to see Kylie Minogue in her residency, which has sold out, by the way.
Yeah, you cannot get tickets, even if you wanted to buy them.
Even if you wanted to. But one lucky Chrissie Swan Show listener is not going to have to buy them. In fact, we're going to give her $1,000 spending money and the airfares as well. But it is a big day, and it's a sad day because we are farewelling our beautiful Annie, who has been with us since day one. Hi, Annie.
Hi.
You're going to have a massive adventure in Sydney with a new job and a new company.
Yes.
We love you, but we're so thrilled for you because you're so young and full of promise, and we're just excited for you to start this new chapter.
Oh, thank you. It's bittersweet.
You and I have known each other for years now, and I mean, you must have started working at Nova when you were 11. But do you have a favourite moment over the how long have you worked here for?
4 years. Since I was an intern.
What was your favourite?
The fun moment that just comes to mind was I was driving all around Melbourne as a Casanova picking up apple turnovers.
That's right.
Sam Brownie, our Melbourne breakfast show to try.
I love that.
And to judge the best one, because that's what we do in radio.
Just on a whim. Go and find some apple turnovers.
Seriously, me screaming at her at 7 a.m. in the morning to find them. What a call.
We've absolutely loved you. We've relied on you on this show, and we are going to miss you, but you're going to have the best time in Sydney.
I'm going to miss you guys.
And the good news is you can still listen to us at 2 p.m. every day in Sydney, mate.
Of course I will.
You can. Go spread those wings, lady.
We love you, Annie.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
And we have laughed about this since we've seen each other this morning, Jack.
It's literally my favourite headline of 2023.
Kanye West has backed out of a pedicure, mid-pedicure, right? You know, which is fine. I get it. But the audio that goes with it is heaven. Imagine him. He's in a salon getting his toes done. And look, it does hurt sometimes, a pedicure.
I think he's in a private hotel room, Swanee. The girl has gone to him in his hotel room.
Oh, yes, you're right. I'm looking at it closer now.
It's not even like he's just walked on, like, down the street to a salon. Someone has specifically come to a room to do his pedicure.
And this is how it unfolded.
Whoa.
So,
No, I'm not going to do the rest of it. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, what is it? No, it's just the...
Oh, no, it's my toes.
The nails.
It's my toes.
Sorry?
It's my toes. I'm not going to do it. That hurt.
It hurt. And the way that she kept going when he clearly like jolted back in pain and she just kept clipping the nail.
I'm not going to do the rest of it. They're my toes. It hurt.
Oh, no, it's my toes.
The nails.
It's my toes.
Sorry?
It's my toes. I'm not going to do it. That hurt.
It hurt. They do hurt sometimes. And I reckon the bit that she's doing there, I know that it could be the clipping of the toes, which also, if you go a bit far, that hurts.
No, I know what you're talking about.
The cuticle thing when they're sort of trimming.
They're like digging at it.
And they're digging at it. I reckon that's what it is. Although he aborted mission fairly early. I don't think she'd got to that stage yet. She was so shocked. She's like, what?
Keep going.
It's my toes.
Toughen up. And there's 4 other mates of his in the room with him. The footage is amazing. I've just never had the balls to back out of something like that. Have you?
I know what you mean. I had a very embarrassing massage once. My first full body massage was in Bali like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And she was massaging my boobs and I was so uncomfortable, but I didn't, and I was completely naked as well. It was the first time I'd been naked in front of anyone really.
Wow.
And I was just like, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable, but I didn't say anything. Fast forward, a few decades and I sort of know myself a lot better and I know that I can stick up for myself. Have you heard of threading?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you haven't heard of threading, it's an alternative to waxing.
Yep.
And it's like an ancient Indian art form where they twist together 2 pieces of thread and they run it along your hair, wherever you want the hair gone, and the hairs are caught in the twist.
It looks like quite a hard thing to do.
I think it would be very difficult to muster, but for me, I had my mo threaded. I did my eyebrows, which was like an 8 out of 10 pain-wise.
Okay. That's still pretty painful.
Yeah, so I knew that I was not going to be doing that again. Then she did my moustache. Jack, I've never experienced pain like it. I had to pull a Kanye and go, just wait a minute, and breathe. And she's like, what's wrong with you? And I said, this is the most painful
torture.
The most painful thing I've ever gone through. And she was laughing at me because what a wuss. And I said, okay, do it again. She started again and I said, I'm sorry. I said, this is my moustache. I can't do it. It hurts. So I did. And I went out with one side done and one side undone.
That's so good.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
No one, especially women of a certain age, should ever feel invisible, disconnected or unimportant. Priceline Pharmacy celebrates you and all your uniqueness at every age because at Priceline, it's always a festival of you.
Head in store or online at priceline.com.au.
Who am I? A queen in the kitchen? Could be. Now find your queen vanilla in the baking aisle to discover how a little queen does wonders in your bakes.
What's my name?
Who is it? Chrissie Swans. What cake am I?
Well, we are about to find out if I am a queen in the kitchen because internet sensation and legendary writer Gary Janetti is en route to the studio to taste my blueberry muffins. He's a connoisseur, and I did make them last night with a whole lot of Queen vanilla in there.
I can't wait for his reaction to them because he's not someone that's just going to be nice to you because you're you.
No.
He'll give you a savage, honest response.
He absolutely has to be honest. Natalie, would you be honest with me if you ate some of my blueberry muffin? That's not a euphemism.
100%, Chrissie.
Good girl. I really hope you win this because it's Friday Fun Day. Jack loves it when I say that. Oh. We've actually got $1,000 on the line for you today, not the usual $500, all right? So you're not guessing a celebrity today. It's not who am I. It's what cake am I. So get into your sweet space, Nat.
Okay.
It can also be slices. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yes.
Or muffins or cupcakes.
It's what baked good am I. Let's call it that. There's $1,000 on the line. If you don't get it after the first clue, I suggest that you guess though, have a crack. It drops down to $400. So there's still some cash in it for you, Nat. Let's go.
Okay.
Clue number 1. I am actually a slice. A something slice.
A jelly slice?
No!
Love the guess, though.
Great guess. And how good is a jelly slice? Degree of difficulty, 100.
Clue 2 for $400 cash.
I contain multiple layers of puff pastry.
I have no idea.
Oh, my God, you're going to kick yourself. Clue number 3. My primary layer, my middle layer, is a vanilla-y custard.
Oh, God, a vanilla slice.
Yes, it is a vanilla slice. And it's still $300 for you, Nat. That's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
I'll take it, but it's pretty sad.
Oh, it's sad.
Have a great Friday, Natalie.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
God, I'm having such a fun time with my kids at the moment.
Love that.
I mean, you've known me for 8 years,
Yes.
so my kids were babies really when I first met you.
Yeah, Peg wasn't really even I don't think communicating when I first met
No,
Peg.
she would have been 2 years old. So you've been there right from the beginning and almost. And they're now 14, 12 and 10. And I think you can see I'm really enjoying this part.
Absolutely. And I got to hang out and enjoy Peg in Sydney when we lived together.
Yeah, I just really love this. So if you're in the trenches and you feel like, oh my God, it's never going to end. Just so much admin with these human beings. It does get better. It really does. And I'm loving this, particularly the shared sense of humour I have with them. They're all very different, but we just have the best time together and separately. And Leo, the eldest, is just about to turn 15 and he is just an absolute rip snorter of a human being. I just love spending time with him. We've got so many similar interests and we just love good food and walking. He's a massive walker and he just, being in his orbit just fills me with joy. And I forget that I'm his mother, actually. I just think, oh, cool, I'm hanging out with this great person.
That's nice.
Yeah, I just really like him. And he has discovered AI.
Oh, yeah. And at 15, I imagine at school, you'd be sort of playing around with it on computers, probably when you shouldn't be, but I mean, I would be.
100%.
Doing your work.
Because Leo's first nickname was King of the Shortcut. If there was a way to do something with minimum effort, he would do it. For example, he never crawled.
He just went straight to walking.
He just went straight to walking. King of the shortcut, right? He's got no time for that. He wants to get cracking.
I get it.
So he's mad for ChatGPT, and as a consequence, I'm getting emails.
This is amazing.
It's so funny. Makes me snort laugh.
So he's putting stuff into ChatGPT to generate an email to send to his own mother.
Correct. Salutations, Mum. I hope this message... Salutations, Mum.
I don't think I've ever even typed that word.
See, I have, so straight away he's got me. Salutations, Mum. I hope this message finds you well. I was wondering if I might kindly request your assistance with a matter of financial inquiry. Could you please graciously ascertain the current balance on my card at your earliest at your earliest convenience? Your support in this matter would be greatly appreciated, and I thank you in advance for your assistance. With utmost gratitude, Leo. So that's just how much is on my spriggy, right? Okay, that's what that is.
Cool.
The second one comes in. Because also, I need to preface this. He's flipping the script from the generalised behaviour of a teenager in that he makes his bed every morning. I don't need to ride him over it. He smells amazing. He showers twice a day. He has a haircut religiously every 4 weeks. He's very well put together, right? And he cares about how he smells. And he's obsessed with fragrances.
Love that.
Always asking. Subject header, request. Dear Mum, as summer approaches, I'd love to indulge in the delightful scent of Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Mâle Le Beau Le Parfum. Its captivating notes perfectly complement the season's warmth and vibrancy. Could you please consider gifting it to me? Your thoughtful gesture would make my summer truly special. Kind regards, Leo. And here is my reply. Dear Leo, I've checked on the Priceline website. They don't stock that perfume. The answer is no.
The Chrissie Swan Show. Chrissie's Clickbait.
We haven't talked about what we're up to for this weekend. I'm going to the country with my primary school girlfriends. It's so unusual to still be friends with people from primary school, and yet here we are.
And you guys are really good at this because you sort of lock it in and do it every 6 months, yeah?
We do. Generally, we go once a year, but we're all born within a couple of weeks of each other, and we're all about to turn 50. Can you believe it? All 4 of us. So this is sort of a special, an extraneous weekend away, and we're so excited. We end up on the Saturday night. Friday night we have a beautiful dinner and a chat, and then we walk all day Saturday, and then Saturday night we watch something on television traditionally.
Love that.
And I reckon the Airbnb that I've booked has Netflix, and I reckon we're going to be watching this David Beckham and Victoria Beckham doco.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to watch it for Posh.
I know, she's so fascinating, isn't she?
She is. I feel...
She's so smart.
He reveals all. Like, you see him in interviews all the time and stuff, but I just feel like she's a bit more guarded and you don't see as much.
She is.
So that's why this doco will be interesting.
She's very private. Doing the rounds today is the most gorgeous piece of audio of 2 people that are clearly still very much in love and accept each other for exactly who they are. They've been married for decades.
Yeah.
All those children, her amazing business. I mean, they're just the most gorgeous.
Affair scandals.
Yeah,
all of that
Rebecca
stuff.
Luz. I'd forgotten about Rebecca Luz.
Yeah.
And then suddenly she's all over the place. And I was like, okay, there's obviously a documentary that's refreshed all this. But enjoy this audio. I'll set it up for you. Victoria is obviously talking to the documentarian who's filming. She's talking about her working class roots. David's listening behind a door and interjects.
Yeah, I mean, I think also we both come from families that work really hard. Both of our parents work really hard. We're very working class.
Be honest.
I am being honest. I am being honest.
What car did your dad drive you to school in?
So my dad did.
No, one answer.
My dad.
What car was it?
All right, it's not a simple answer
what
because.
What did you get your dad to drive?
It depends.
No.
Okay, in the 80s, my dad had a Rolls Royce.
And he says, thank you, and then closes the
Door
door.
shut.
Do you reckon you're going to be able to find time to watch that this weekend? I want to watch it if you're watching it.
Yes,
we
I
can
will.
talk about it Monday.
I'm doing having a chill weekend, so I absolutely will.
Okay, fantastic. Now, let's go on to a guy that's been arrested for Tupac Shakur's murder 27 years ago.
This is incredible.
It is unbelievable. This guy, Dwayne Keith D. Davis, was just going for a walk in the morning. He's got his bottle of water, having a wander. The police come up. There's a chest cam. You know, everything's filmed in America. I wonder why. And the footage shows this guy just very politely and gently getting into a car, understands why he's being arrested. In fact, he says, wait, I'll read it to you. You won't believe it. He goes so quietly, and then he says, in his words, he goes, yeah, I know why I'm getting arrested. Something to do with the biggest case in Las Vegas history. Because, you know, Tupac, it was such a scandal when it happened and such a shock. It was a drive-by shooting, and 27 years later, nobody has gone down for it.
I wonder if he was always waiting for the day, or if you'd think after that long he's just gotten away with it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we'll find out because the way the media is these days, we know everything.
That's going to be a Netflix doco too.
Absolutely. But, I mean, I would go quietly too. If I'd gotten away with something for 27 years, I'd feel like, all right then,
it's my time.
It's my time.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I mean, get yourself ready for the best hour of your life. I'm not talking
Seriously.
Gary Janetti is loitering outside the studio. You have fallen in love with his work as a writer on Family Guy, on Will and Grace, on Vicious, on Instagram as the creator of the alternate personality for Prince George. He's just so brilliant. He's coming up, and I'm going to get him to eat my blueberry muffins. And
hello.
By the end, it's not it is a euphemism. My God. No, it's not a euphemism. Oh, God. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm excited because we're giving somebody a trip to Kylie Minogue in Las Vegas.
Insane. There's 3 people in the draw, and we're going to be calling one of them.
Chrissie's Quizzy.
You know, we're going to mention it again. Gary Janetti is coming up. Instagram sensation. Over 1 million followers. Amazing. Wrote all of the amazing lines in Will and Grace. I mean, I just can't believe that he's coming in. He's also a very stylish man, and I'm going to ask him, bum bag or not bum bag?
Oof.
I'm going to do it off air, though, because I'm not confident.
You know what his answer's going to be.
I do know. Aaron, do you care what a stylish man from Los Angeles thinks about bum bags?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely not, Aaron,
No.
is the answer, because you might be strapping one on.
Absolutely
And if
is.
it's not you, it's going to be Samantha. All right, girls, are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Here's how it works. Your name is your buzzer. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and will walk away with the crime of fashion, the bum bag. Question number 1. Doritos have announced they've created a new flavour of corn chip. And I'm all about this. I love this, Herb. What flavour is it?
Erin.
Yes, Erin?
Is it cilantro?
Yes, it is. And you're already speaking like Gary Janetti because the Americans call it cilantro. We call it coriander.
I tell everything wrong. I call it tacos and everything. I always get in trouble.
Erin, enough of that negative self-talk, please.
You got the point, Aaron. It's all good.
Point.
Good stuff.
Question number 2. Levi's are a brand of...
Sam.
Yes,
Aaron.
Sam.
Jeans.
It is jeans and jackets. Do you remember in the 80s and 90s, the must-have item was a Levi's jacket with the fur inside, the sheepskin inside?
Was it?
Very stylish.
Yeah, weren't they so cool? Question number 3. That's one apiece. 14 years ago today, this song was released. Listen to it. I didn't know it, but I recognise the voice. Do you, either
Ben?
of you, recognise? Yes.
Is it Aaron Carter?
No.
Oh.
Erin, you're going to have a free shot at this. Who do you think it is?
I have no idea.
It's the Biebs.
Justin bloody Bieber.
Oh.
It's the Biebs before pubes.
I thought it sounded like a girl.
It does.
Question number 4. What is the capital of Indonesia?
Erin. Sam?
Yes, Erin.
Is it Jakarta?
It is Jakarta.
Well done.
That's 2 for Erin, 1 for Sam. Question number 5. Who suffered a medical situation on The Amazing Race last night? Pint-sized Aussie TV legend. Did one of you say your name? Did you say Sam there?
Sam, I have a guess.
You have a guess?
Andrew Daniel.
Well, his name is Grant Daniel. I'm going to accept that. Oh, okay.
No.
Close.
All right. Close, but wrong.
Question number 6. This one's for the win. Erin, Sam, you're still in it.
What does LOL stand for?
Sam.
Yes,
Erin.
Sam.
Laugh out loud.
Correct, my girl. Is that the win? No.
No, this is the winning question. It's 2 apiece.
Jackson, Summer, and Brooke.
Erin.
Yes, Erin.
Shane Warne.
Correct. Are the children of which Aussie legend? Shane Warne. Well done. You have won the bum bag. I will ask on your behalf to Gary Janetti when he comes in whether or not they're stylish, and I'm going to say the answer is no.
And that answer is the correct answer.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
The genius behind the Family Guy, Will and Grace, and Vicious, as well as the sassy persona and voice of Prince George in The Prince. Please welcome to the show best-selling author, writer, and Instagram sensation, Gary Janetti.
Hi, Chrissie. Thanks for having me.
I know that you've been following my stories, and last night I lost my mind making blueberry muffins.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold off on you trying that.
I will say that I can see them, and I only wish this was a television show and not a radio show, so that the audience could see along with me. But they'll have to just go with what I say.
People are specifically tuning in to hear your review of these blueberry muffins.
Okay.
For those that do not know Gary Janetti, I'm sorry for you, for starters. But secondly, can you talk us through the significance of the blueberry muffin obsession?
Well, it's not, it's kind of insane. For those of you who don't know, which I'm guessing is most of the world, I started filming myself going to this place in New York where I get my blueberry muffin every day, and kind of just filming what I go through when I cut them in half to see if I got a good muffin or a bad muffin.
Yeah.
And it's remarkable how people can't get it right. So, yeah, I just like a good blueberry muffin. And now I'm here in Australia. And this will be my first one, Chrissie, by the way.
Really?
I'm so flattered. By the way, I'm going to say I'm so flattered that you made them for me. So the headline is positive.
2 batches.
2 batches.
Two batches.
Right.
And I want to recommend the blueberry muffin from 7-Eleven straight off the bat.
Oh, gosh.
All
right.
They're
so
delicious.
Now I'm nervous, Chrissie.
No, I know.
The 7-Eleven, I'm not going to like
You were at
blueberry
Gilson yesterday. Surely Gilson would have had a blueberry muffin.
Well, yeah. Also, sometimes people think they're doing a muffin, and it's not quite. I'm like, okay, I can look at it, and I can see 10 things wrong right off the bat. Yes. And Gilson, I'm obsessed with already. It's like my local place. I basically live in Melbourne now. I've been here less than 48 hours. I don't remember my previous life. But yeah, sometimes I'll see, I'm like, okay, the muffin, there's too much going on here. It's, how they say when you get dressed to go out, if you're too dressed, it's like take 3 things off.
Well,
or
I
whatever.
think the Coco Chanel said take 1 thing off, but yes,
all right. Well,
3.
She should have said 3. And I think for the muffins, I'm like, take 3 things off.
First up, I want to talk about cruises, believe it or not, because I'm about to turn 50 in a month. And
congratulations.
Thank you. I've never been on a big ship ever.
Okay.
But I know that your father worked for Cunard Cruise Lines.
Yes, for over 40 years.
Wow.
I went on my first cruise when I was 1.5, and I've been going ever since.
And you've travelled alone. You've travelled with everyone. What are the top tips that you can give me for travelling on a cruise?
A cruise is a good exercise in releasing control. Because you do not, you have to kind of go with it.
Yeah.
And for the first, I'm going to say 24 hours, you will think you have made a hideous life mistake.
Oh, no, the cruise is only 48 hours.
Oh, well, then one day is not going to be good.
Okay, all right.
But the next day will be fabulous.
Right.
You kind of just have to give yourself over to something because you are, essentially kind of held hostage, There's just so far you can go. But also cruises are, it's like a hotel. Just because you don't like one hotel doesn't mean you hate all hotels.
Yes.
So ships are the same way.
Okay, I say exactly the same things about parenthood. Surrender, held hostage, but it is actually fun in the end.
Yeah. What ship are you going on? What cruise line?
Disney.
I think that's meant to be quite fun. I actually think you'll have fun.
Yes.
They do it right. Disney does it right.
I want to talk to you about your memory of people and things from the past, because I think I have it too, and I want to know why we have it. So I'm speaking specifically about your David Schwimmer story, how you did an acting workshop with him and he is burnt on your memory. You know exactly what he wore, everything, and then he didn't remember you, and that happens to me all the time.
Well, yeah, you're referring to, so in the first book that I wrote, Do You Mind If I Cancel?
Yeah.
For those of you listening, I wrote an essay in this book about an experience when I was 19 years old. Also in this acting program was David Schwimmer. It was like 20 of us in it, and we were very friendly. It was a summer program. It was like 8 weeks long. And about exactly 10 years later, I am a writer for my first year in LA. I've only lived there less than a year, but I'm a writer on a TV show. The first season of Friends had already aired. I'm taken down to a taping of Friends with a friend of mine who actually knew the creator of Friends, said, come with me to a taping of Friends. I told him, well, I actually know David. We went to school together. I haven't seen him. We were friends. He's lovely. It'll be so exciting to see him. I'm thinking, oh my God, here we are both in LA. He's on a TV show. I'm a writer. And it's going to be so nice to see him. So I'm taken down after the taping of the show. I'll never forget the taping of the show. It was the one actually where Ross and Rachel kiss for the first time and they make that cross across. Huge.
History.
Thank you, Jack. History, right? That was the taping. So it was like, as you can imagine, and the energy, the frisson in the room. And then I go down stage and I meet him after, I go to say hi to him and I just, like, hey, David. And he looks at me like I'm, this, like very uncomfortably looks at me. And I was like, oh, it's, hey, it's Gary. And he's like, still looking like he doesn't know who I am. From Oxford. And still looking at me, like looking around. And I start repeating everything we did together. I start digging myself deeper and deeper. And because I'm like dying of shame. I'm so ashamed. I'm like, oh my God. And I can't get myself out of it. And at the end, he says, well, that was such a long time ago, but it's very nice to meet you. I'm David. And I was like, I know the you are. I'm like, I'm Gary. So I was mortified. So now,
I'm Gary.
The irony is that was 10 years, like we hadn't known each other for 10 years. And now here we are talking about this, and that's 28 years. So now we're talking about something that, took place 30 some odd years ago.
Yeah. This is either going to be catastrophic or a beautiful moment.
Okay.
And frankly, I'm here for either of them.
Okay, good. No, still friends, no matter what happens?
100% still friends.
Okay.
So you are a blueberry muffin aficionado. There is, there's no one
People
above
magazine
you.
They called me the Muffin Man in the latest issue. It was the food issue. Yes, I'm number 10. And
you are
Brad
the
Pitt
Muffin
was number
Man.
11, so I'm just saying.
I have made a batch of blueberry muffins last night. I asked my daughter to help me. She told me to get stuffed. I did them on my own. Then I posted that to Insta, and I got a lot of feedback from your followers, over 1 million of them, and most of them said, you better cut that bastard before you give it to Gary Janetti. So I cut one and then showed one of your followers, and she was like, not enough blueberries. So I put that entire batch aside and I started again.
Good.
So I brought in thank you. I brought in examples of both.
Okay.
Do you want to start with the rejects?
Let me just see. Okay. First of all, Chrissie, the knife is you can't see this knife, but it looks like I'm Michael Myers in Halloween.
Oh my God, that's the second Jamie Lee Curtis reference. There's many moments.
We made it very top. Okay, these are the two different batches, this and this.
Yes.
Okay. This is very pale on top, and the blueberries look a little sad and intermittently dispersed and just laying on top. But I think I'm going to go for this one. Let's go with the second batch. Cutting, okay, in half.
He's not even gonna waste his time.
The second batch more overcooked.
Oh, Chrissie!
What?
Look how good that looks.
Yes,
Sweetie!
All right, Tom, are you getting this? Tom is filming this for me. Oh my God, Chrissie, this is very exciting.
Yes, Swanee.
Okay, so it looks okay.
It's not dry. There's nothing gross on top. There's no sugar. There's no crumble. There's nothing you don't want there. It's very simple. I love it.
He's trying it.
Okay,
he's chewy.
It's excellent.
Really?
Yes.
Chrissie.
Really?
Yeah, welcome to bloody Australia.
Oh my God.
Yes, this is how you do it. Nicely done.
I have lost so much sleep over this. I'm so happy.
It's excellent. I love it.
Thank you.
Can you try the first batch as well? I want to hear a scathing review.
I'm going to try for the not great batch, but...
I love how you can just tell by looking that you hate
not
them.
Promising.
Okay. Oh,
Jesus, that's like cutting through steak. Oh yeah, that's shit. That one. But this one, I'm going to take this with me.
Oh my God,
heaven.
this is amazing.
Thank you, Chrissie.
Oh my God, it's my pleasure.
That's going to be the one to top anybody coming to the show.
Gary, now I love you and I love Brad on Instagram. Obsessed with you both. First question.
Thanks, Jack.
Do you help each other out with your posting and like, for example, Brad's incredible housewife impersonation videos? Are you always there lending each other a hand or do you keep it completely separate?
For those of you who don't know, Brad Goreski is my husband, and he's a celeb stylist and a TV. You would call them TV presenter.
Yes,
we don't use that word. We don't say like he's a presenter as a thing. We would say host, I guess. And Brad also has a big social media presence. And he does housewives impersonation videos. I do not help. We have very independent things, but we come together when we travel and do things. No, he actually films them, and sometimes I'm like, "Where's Brad?" He disappears for a few hours, and then he'll come in the house in like a Lisa Rinna wig, and I'll be like, and some crazy outfit that he's busting out of, and then he'll show it to me before he posts it or something like that. But or I've walked by when he's done it, and I've glanced him in my peripheral vision, and I'm like. And I think it's Lisa Rinna. He has a brilliant, he has a skill at mimicry and the lip syncing. I actually did one with him once, and it's very difficult, and I couldn't get it. I was like, I don't want to play anymore. It's like a kid. It's like, I don't want to play anymore. Like, you do it. Yeah, no, but we support each other. We overlap, and then we have our complete, independent kind of things. I wish he were here with me in Australia now.
I was screaming laughing at your story of... when you burst into tears at Bennigan's because you couldn't open a bottle of wine.
Do you know what Bennigan's is here?
We went to Bennigan's in New York City.
Oh my God.
Remember Mount took us out to Bennigan's?
Yeah.
I guess it would be like a steakhousey version of like the Olive Garden, maybe.
Yeah.
Something. I was a waiter there.
Like Chesterfield booths.
When I was 19 years old. So the essay is about, that Chrissie's referring to, is what a difficult time I had as a waiter. But people would order wine. Not to me, if a person ordered a bottle of wine, I was like, these people are rich. I'm like, I had never in my life heard of anybody ordering a bottle of wine unless it was on Dynasty, unless it was like,
Christopher Carrington is mad for
the epitome of rich. I've never seen my parents order a bottle of wine in a restaurant. Rich people did that. This was Bennigan's. I mean, it couldn't be more basic. It was like literally. But I thought, oh my God. And no, I never had wine, much less opened a bottle of it. And I couldn't. Every time I would go into flop sweat. They would talk about the wine. The only thing I knew was right. I could still get anxiety just thinking about it, all those years ago, and having to pretend and stand there. I could never get the bottle open.
The image of you standing next to a table trying to keep it cool. Weeping as you're unscrewing a bottle, hoping that it opens.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Do you open wine now, or is it too triggering?
Yeah, no, I can open it one now quite
they've
easily.
Got screw tops now.
Yes,
they've got
I'm
screw
always
tops.
happy with the screw top. By the way, I'm like, thank you, God.
Gary, we're gonna have to tag you and let you go back into the wild.
Thank you. I'm gonna go to get my St. Ali coffee.
Yes,
fabulous. You
excited.
will love it.
And make sure you visit tegdainty.com to see Gary. He's in Melbourne tomorrow at the Comedy Theatre or at the Enmore Theatre in Sydney next Wednesday. There are still tickets available for that one too. tegdainty.com.
Thank you. Bring me blueberry muffins. You're going to have to top Chrissie's, though. I don't know how you're going to do it. We're off to a great start.
5 nights in Vegas, $1,000 spending money, and Kylie Minogue live. Hi, this is Kylie Minogue. It's Chrissie's Kylie Cassettes. Kylie Kylie's new album, Tension, out now, featuring hits Padam Padam and Tension.
The new album is an absolute banger and the Americans agree. News overnight, pop star Kylie Minogue's Tension has debuted at number 1 on Billboard's Dance Electronic Albums charts, ahead of Beyonce's Renaissance and Lady Gaga's The Fame.
We love to hear it.
We love to hear it. We also love to give away all expenses paid trips, $1,000 spending money and tickets to the fully sold out residency of our girl Kylie Minogue in Las Vegas.
Now, Swanee, there should have been 4 people in the draw for this, but somebody choked in the middle of the week, so there's only 3 people in the draw.
Only 3 in the draw, and there's only 1 that can win. Now, we have reviewed the audio independently, separately, together, and we do have a winner.
A clear winner.
A clear winner. The entrance, each guessed the name of a song. We timed how long it took them to get it. We've got an 11-second reveal, a 10-second reveal, and the winner got it in 9 seconds. We are about to call her. The person that you're going to hear next is about to find out that they have won a trip for 2 to Las Vegas, $1,000 spending money, accommodation and tickets to the sold-out residency of Kylie Minogue.
Alrighty. Am I hitting dial?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Hello, Sarah speaking.
Oh, hi, Sarah. It's Chrissie from the Chrissie Swan Show at Nova.
Hi.
You've been a very good girl. You've kept your phone on because you're expecting good news, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, you're going to see Kylie in Las Vegas, Sarah.
Are you serious?
Serious?
Yes. Oh, my God.
It's you.
Holy... Oh, my God. I'm trying not to swear.
No, you can swear. It's amazing.
Holy shit. Get out. It's my husband's birthday today. Oh, my God. I just can't believe it.
It is going...
We've had a shit year, and this is just the best thing ever.
Oh, my God. I really got that impression from you. When we hung up from you the other day when we got you in the draw, I said, look, I don't have favourites, but I really hope Sarah wins this.
Oh, my God. I couldn't even speak. I was freaking out. I was sweating. I was shaking.
I could tell it meant a lot to you. Like, obviously, everybody wants to win, but I just felt my spidey senses, this means a lot.
You're going to get on a plane to Las Vegas with $1,000 cash. You're going to stay there. You're going to take someone, and you're going to see Kylie.
Oh, my God. We're going to Kylie.
Now, to tell you, you won this fair and square. You answered within 9 seconds, and that was a full second better than the person that came second. So you've won this fair and square, and it was a really hard song, and this is absolutely meant to be for you, Sarah. Who are you going to take with you?
I have to take the husband. If we can find someone to look after the kids.
Oh, you will.
You have no idea. We were in Vegas 13 years ago in Vegas today, because it's his birthday today.
Oh my God, I've got goosebumps. I bet all those years ago you weren't seeing Kylie at her sold out residency.
No way, not a chance.
Oh man, this is awesome.
I even checked our passports last night to make sure the date was within date and we're not expired, so we're all good to go.
You knew too. You felt it in your waters, I reckon, Sarah.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations, Sarah. And the good news for everyone listening is that we will be playing again next week. So register via the Nova Player app and we could be calling you on Monday to play again.
Oh my God.
All right, go. Get off the phone. Call everyone you need to call, Sarah.
I need babysitters ASAP.
Yes, absolutely. Get onto Airtasker, by the way. They're pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Kylie's new album, Tension, is out now, featuring hits Padum Padum and Tension, a great tune. That's us done for the week, Swanee.
Man, I am on the biggest high. Gary Janetti, Sarah's going to see Kylie. I mean, just an unbelievable show. If you're only tuning in now, get on the podcast and have a listen. What a joy. Have a beautiful weekend, and we'll be back here Monday.
Bye.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.